Yeah, I got the platinum trophy.
What word comes to mind when you think of the Earth? This world is resilient, but not endlessly so. As this Earth spins ever faster towards its uncertain future, all will face that future in their own way.
Tortellini became the mayor.
Some will fight for the world they dream of, blade in hand. Some will spend their whole lives saving others from falling through the cracks. And others still will never rest in one place for long.
Aw, come on,
As
didn't show
this
Mr.
fragile
Krill's
world
outfit.
begins to fracture. No matter how large or small, the one thing no creature can afford is complacency. But though history talks of warriors and heroes, and great mighty crabs that shook the world, it is the thankless deeds
The weirdo crab.
that shall ever make that world
Weirdo
worth fighting
homeless
for.
crab. Aw, that's nice for Mr. Krill to do. Yeah! Woo! That was a good ending. The second game from Aggro Crab. Wait, what the crab? I didn't even know. This is the first game Aggro Crab made? I didn't even know. I'm curious what their first game is. Huh. I need to do research on that on my own time. Oh my crab. Alright guys. Oh yeah, what the crab? Oh my crab. I don't know if I should let you guys enjoy the credits. You know, I'll let you guys enjoy the credits.
Dreams staying spotless all the time, but rubbish likes to pile up in corners you can't see, and housekeeping's only for the bourgeoisie. You broke my shell. You broke my shell. Sunshine will fade us. You'll always be a treasure to me. And when we parted ways, I knew somehow we'd both turn out okay. These smudges won't get vacuumed up, but scrubbed at day by day. And the linens might not get as bright as they promised on TV, but elbow grease and loving eyes are free. You were my...
No crabs were harmed in the making of this game. That's so funny. That's a funny message. Yeah, there we go. Made to the end. Another crab's treasure. Thanks for playing. No problem, no problem. I had a great time with this game. Holy crap. I actually enjoyed the whole series. There we go. Well, guys, that's the end of Another Crab's Treasure. Holy crap. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time playing this game. Holy crap. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first ever like Dark Souls like game that I ever beaten. Because to be fair, guys, like I said again, like I never play a Dark Souls game. Like the only time I ever played a Dark Souls game was, you know, Bloodborne, but I never beaten that game, and I only played it for like a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, this is the first ever Dark Souls games I ever beaten. Holy crap! And honestly, holy crap! Like I had a great time with this game. I really do. This is a really fun game. Like honestly, like if you wanted, if you like, honestly, like this game is a perfect game. It's literally a perfect game for you to, you know, to start getting into Dark Souls. Like this is a perfect, like if you're a noob at like Dark Souls, you know, like me for example, like I never really liked Dark Souls games because the problem I have with Dark Souls games is they're just too flippin' difficult, and then you die a lot, because the bosses are like just too overpowered or whatever, and the mechanics, or you know, the controls or whatever are just all like wanky and stuff. Honestly, like, but yeah, yeah, so I wasn't really fond with Dark Souls games, and of course when I heard about the Another Crab's Treasure, when that game came out, I heard it was pretty good, and I heard it's pretty friendly with, like, you know, like with new players who never played a Dark Souls game ever in their life. You know, this is a perfect game to play, and I played it, and I actually enjoyed it. Like the whole story is very good. I like the story. I think the story was good. I mean, it's kind of funny that in the end, like this whole time, like Mr. Kril could have murdered Pronafin and just get his shell back like that. This whole time, he could have just murdered the shrimp guy. Oh my crap, that shrimp jerk. And also, like, oh yeah, what the crap? Wait a minute, we never get to see the loan shark guy. What the crap? I wanted to stab the fork into that loan shark jerk. But you know what, guys? You know what? I think I have a good theory. I think I have a good theory who the loan shark thing is. The shark from the beginning, yeah, that guy. I think the loan shark this whole time was Pronafin, the shrimp. I think the shrimp was controlling the loan shark the whole time. And I mean, it makes sense because, you know, to be fair, Pronafin got, you know, the shell or whatever. You know, he was wearing the shell, and yeah, and probably hid the shark thing somewhere else, or probably got rid of it. I don't know. Or I don't know, or maybe the loan shark is sentient. I really don't know. But nah, I think most likely I think Pronafin's the one that's controlling the loan shark the toy head or whatever. But yeah. But anyways, okay, enough about that. Enough about that. You know, that conspiracy theory that I just made. I'm gonna talk about the game more. Well, honestly, like I said again, I had a very fun time playing this game. You know, at first, you know, I was getting used to the controls and everything. I was getting used to the Dark Souls-like gameplay there, to the Crab Souls gameplay. Ignore that. Yeah, ignore my battery running low message there. But yeah, yeah, like I was getting used to it at first, and then over time, I gotten better and better and better. You know, over time. And yes, I did die a lot to that first secret boss. You know. But whatever, it was because like I was just trying to get a hang of the combat, trying to get a hang of the dodging, and yeah, and using the umami powers, and you know, doing all that fun stuff, you know. And yeah, like, you know, holy crap, like it was, you know, like, and as I played the game a lot, like I get a lot better and better, and I managed to beat bosses like very fast compared to like in the very beginning of the game, like the only boss I managed to beat easily was the Duchess boss. Like that, the Duchess boss was pretty easy. It wasn't that difficult. Because to be fair, like I fought like 2 bosses before the Duchess. You know, Captain Afro, and I died to him once, and then the other crab guy, or you know, the one in the cave. I forgot the name of it. Well, I managed to kill him in my first try, or my first fight. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, I like that this game, you know, you manage to learn, you know, as you play, and get better as you play, and yeah, like, yeah, that's what I love about Another Crab's Treasure. Like the story, I would say it's pretty good. I like the story. The story's pretty goofy and funny, and you know, it made the game more funny and goofy. And the characters, I like the characters too. It entertained me a lot throughout the whole game. It did. Oh my gosh, it literally entertained me a lot, and that's why I love. Honestly, like that's the thing I mainly love about video games is entertainment. Like, you know, I like to be entertained a lot when I'm playing a game. Like, I don't want to just be like, you know, I don't want the game to be boring. Like, you know, like, you know, not really, you know, exactly. Like, you know, I want it to be like entertaining as I play, and this game does a great job entertaining you. when you're trying, when you're playing the whole game. So yeah, with the characters, with the enemies, with the funny bugs and glitches that happen throughout the whole playthrough. I'm not gonna lie, like I know bugs and glitches are bad. Like I know it's not good. It's not good. But to be fair, like the glitches and bugs in this game were pretty funny. They were pretty funny. So I can't be too harsh on the bugs and glitches though, because they were honestly pretty funny. So I'm not gonna harp too hard on them. Like the only times that I will definitely harp on like glitches and bugs is if it's like game breaking bugs and glitches. Like for example, like if I try to collect all the shells in the game and then I try to get the skull shell or whatever and it doesn't count to the flipping the skull collector sheet or whatever, then yeah, then that's a problem. Then that's when I'm gonna bring it up. But so far nothing like that I ever encountered. Like there's nothing like that I've ever encountered in this whole game. No game breaking bugs I've experienced in this game. And of course, by the time I'm recording this, currently it's version 1.0.103.8. So yeah, this game's been updated like occasionally and all that. So yeah, they managed to like make it a little more polished as as they added these little updates, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like I like that like game companies do like bug patches. Yeah, I like them. I like that they focus on fixing bugs and glitches rather than just adding more content like most flipping video game industries do in the modern days nowadays in the flipping year 2024. Well, where they just don't care about polishing their games. They just care about polishing microtransactions. So yeah, like big ups to Aggro Crab for just polishing the game more, fixing bugs and all that. It's pretty sick. I like it. But yeah, like I love the story. Like I said again, I love the characters. I love. Oh yeah, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's like Dark Souls. Like there's times where like I press R1 once and then Mr. Krill attacked like twice, and then of course I get hit because I only pressed the button once, and then Mr. Krill, like I don't know why he attacks again. So yeah, sometimes it happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. At least it only happens like occasionally. And that's when I using the hammer weapon though. Because I like using the hammer because the hammer is pretty OP in this game. But yeah, there's some like stuff like that happens, and of course there's some button input delays, like when for example, like when I'm attacking and when I try to dodge, like Mr. Krill doesn't dodge, or when I'm trying to block with the shell, when I press L1, Mr. Krill doesn't block. It's kind of annoying sometimes whenever I press an input and the input doesn't register, and then I get hit, which is kind of doo-doo. But yeah, like the gameplay isn't perfect, but I mean it's still playable though. It's playable. It's still good, even though it's not perfect. I mean, to be fair, like I heard the creators of the game did say like they're trying to kind of replicate the gameplay similar to Dark Souls, and of course in the old Dark Souls games, like the controls were they were a lot wonky, like Another Crab's Treasure is. So yeah, like sometimes like the inputs and all that sometimes don't work, and yeah, and like that's what the creators of this game were kind of aiming for. But of course they wanted to at least make the controls a little better, so yeah, they at least did make it better in this game. But yeah. Well yeah, so I would say the gameplay is pretty good, gameplay wise is good. The bosses could be pretty challenging, they're pretty challenging, I would say. And I have a fun time finding the variety of bosses, and like I said, like the hardest boss I ever fought would have to be, well, actually, you know what? I take back what I said. I take back what I said about Inkerton being the hardest. I really don't think Inkerton is the hardest boss. I think the most hardest boss I ever fought was the eel boss. Yeah, I take back what I said. Inkerton's not that hard. The most annoying thing about Inkerton is like he shoots you and then he doesn't let you heal or whatever. And then what's annoying, he does a lot of damage to you. But to be fair, like I mean, I managed to kill him in like after 2 tries. But no, like I would say the hardest boss I ever fought was the eel, the flippin' eel boss. Like I died a lot from that fight. Holy crap, I died a lot to the eel fight. It's because of that annoying shockwave move. Like I can't even get near her. Like it's honestly like how the king old crab guy, he does the shockwave move. Like honestly like I feel like the eel does it worse than the old crab's shockwave move. Like It's because the eel keeps doing the shockwave move like so much, and it's hard to like get close to her and hit her because of the shockwave moves. Yeah, she keeps spamming the shockwave move, and that's what makes the fight harder. And she has 2 phases too, and it's, you know, added with the gunk included, it makes things harder. So yeah, I changed my mind. The Ingerton fight isn't the hardest boss I ever fought. The hardest was, again, like I said again, the eel. So yeah, oh man. But yeah, I do like the bosses. They were decently challenging. I also, just to let you guys know, I did seen a lot of people play this game, and I seen, you know, especially the DSP guy, because the DSP guy played this game too. And and to be fair, like I seen a couple of people that struggle on some of the bosses, you know, which is fair, you know, which is fair. But as for me, like, you know, like, yeah, I did struggle on some bosses, you know, like the eel, for example. But most of the bosses, they're pretty easy, like, to beat, you know. They're pretty easy to beat, like most of them are. Especially the end game bosses, like I heard the king crab, or, you know, the old, like the king, you know what I'm talking about, the old world crab or whatever, the king crab or whatever. I heard that he was the hardest, but it turns out he's not that hard. Like the first phase is so easy. It's just the annoying part is trying to get through his shockwave. Yeah, his shockwave attacks. And then if you get close to him, you can easily just hit him and hit him and hit him. Hit his claw. And then after that, he goes to the second phase. And his second phase is a bit like crazy. Yeah, he's a bit like, he almost one hit me with that powerful strike, but then after that I recovered and managed to like easily beat him. I just had to, like, you know, make some distance between him and, you know, and Mr. Kril, and Mr. Kril, you know, ended up managed to kill him. And then same with the jellyfish boss thing, and then same with Furf in the end. Oh my crab. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the final boss was so easy. What the crap. Yeah, Furf was such an easy fight. Jeez, I destroyed Furf. Mr. Kril was so overpowered in the end. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm talking so much about bosses and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I like to talk about my whole experience with the game. I really like to talk about like small stuff like this. Like, I really do. But all right. I need to wrap this up because, you know, I am still recording this, and yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping this up. So yeah, I like the bosses. You know, I think overall, like, Another Crab's Treasure, I would say it's a really good game. I actually like it. It's not perfect, but it's a really good game. If you never play a Dark Souls game, I highly recommend playing Another Crab's Treasure and play it. And of course, if it's too hard for you, like, you can always go to the options. You know, go to the options, and then there'll be an option. You know, I mean, I can't. Yeah, there's no options in the main menu though. But there will be. But if you go in the game, and if you press pause and you go to the options menu, there will be an option where you can change the difficulty or whatever. So that way, you know, yeah, that way you can, you know, get used. Like, if it's too hard, like if you're having trouble with one boss or whatever, then you can just, you know, you can either just skip it using the Mr. Krill's gun. You can just blast it with one shot and then just continue on, or you can just like make the game easy for you. You know, just decrease the difficulty, and, you know, just remember to practice and get better. You know, as for me, like, this whole playthrough, I've been playing this game in hard mode this whole time. I never changed the difficulty to easy. So yeah, this whole time I was playing the normal hard mode difficulty. So yeah. But of course, you don't have to. Of course, if it's too hard for you, you don't have to play the hard difficulty. Like I said again, you know, you just feel free to play an easy. You know, if it's too hard for you. But yeah. So I do love that that this game is very noob friendly, for like Dark Souls noob friendly. So yeah. But yeah, and then of course, yeah, like, I love the game. I really love this game. And of course, my final ratings for this game, honestly, like, it's a really great game. However, like, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10 game. Yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10 game. Like I said again, it's not perfect. There's some issues with the game. You know, specifically gameplay. You know, wise. You know, like with the inputs and all that. And then, you know, yeah, that's just the only complaint I have about this game. But other than that, like, everything else is pretty good. I love it. And my final rating my final rating for this game will be a 9 out of 10. I will give this game a 9 out of 10, almost a perfect score. If they were to polish the gameplay a bit more, like make the controls more responsive, make it a little more better than Dark Souls even, then I would have given this a 10 out of 10 game. So yeah, 9 out of 10 is a pretty fair pretty fair rating for this game. Yeah, I highly suggest play it for yourselves, guys. This game is also available on the Switch, you know, PlayStation, of course, the Xbox too. It's available on all platforms. So yeah, just feel free to play Another Crab's Treasure and support the indie devs, which is Aggro Crab. So big shout out to Aggro Crab for making this great game. You know, they did a great job with this game, and of course everyone loves this game. And most likely, I think Aggro Crab will most likely make another new game in the future. We'll see. Hopefully a sequel. That'll be cool if we see a sequel for this game. Another Crab's Treasure 2. Oh my crab. Maybe the main character for Another Crab's Treasure 2 will be like one of Nema's kids or something. Who knows? I mean, it'll make sense. But yeah. But we shall see. We shall see. Only time will tell. But yeah, great job to Aggro Crab for making this great game. They did a great job. Well, guys, that's going to be it. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you're planning on subscribing, then 100% appreciate your support. If you don't want to, then that is understandable. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's the end of the series for Another Crab's Treasure. And of course, yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know what next game I'm gonna be playing next. I'll keep it a surprise for you guys later. So yeah, just stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. And well, that's going to be it. Until then, this is Jokestar45. And I'll see you guys in the next new series. See ya.
The sunset